مجمع الأندلس التعليمي، تعلم عصري ملهم بهوية وطنية وقيم إسلامية.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Hi everyone, good to be with you once again to resume our learning schedule for this week with the third and final video for today. Our lesson for today is devoted to grammar structure. So we have two main objectives to realize for today. So by the end of the lesson, you will be able to use so, neither, to, and either correctly. The second objective for today is to complete the spaces using so, neither, to, and either, and an auxiliary verb correctly as well. So let's get started. Now, my students, it's your turn to watch the video and answer the given questions. Now, question number one, what's the video mainly about? What did you learn from the video? I want every single member of you to focus and concentrate on the instructor's performance, since it's going to sum up the grammar structure for today. After his performance, I'll do my own presentation and we'll do the student's book and the workbook's task. Now it's your turn to watch this video. Watch and listen carefully.
Hi again, I'm Adam from ingvid.com. Today's lesson is going to be about agreeing and disagreeing. I know that sometimes these get a little bit confusing, but I think I understand why they get a little bit confusing. There are many ways to agree, okay? So we're going to look at these first, and then we will look at the ways to disagree. So first, I think so too. To is a word used to agree. So do I. So is also a word used to agree. You have to be careful not to mix. This so and this so are two different words. This so means pointing to something, the thing that we're talking about. Okay, so don't mix the two. So again, we have to, and then very straightforward sentences. I agree, I think so too, etc. Now, we're going to look at these ones a little bit after, okay? Because this is where people get a little bit confused, I think. So I'm going to give you a statement. And most of these expressions are used to agree or disagree with an opinion, okay? Or some sort of belief or whatever. So everybody's talking these days about the election in America. So somebody says, I think Mitt Romney is going to win. Now, if you think the same, if you think that Mitt Romney is going to win, you can say, I think so too. So means Mitt Romney winning. Good. You can also say, so do I, or me too, or I do too, or I agree. Any of these will be fine. Okay? Remember, the so comes before the do, the to comes after the do. One thing, if you want to use one or the other, make sure you put it in the right place. You cannot say I too. If you want to use only the word to with me too. I do too. If you want to use the I too, you have to have the verb inside there. Same with I think so too. There's the I too, there's the I too, there's the verb, there's the verb. Easy. Good. Easiest way to agree is say, I agree. Very straightforward. Now, we have neither. Some people say neither. Both are okay. Choose which one you like. Either, either, and the same. So you can say me neither. This is very informal. Okay. I'll put here, just so you remember, it's informal. Don't write it in a business situation or a high-level meeting, for example. Don't use that. I don't either, or neither do I. Now, why do you think I put these three under agree? Many people think, but this is a negative. It means disagree, doesn't it? No, it also means agree, but you agree with a negative statement, okay? So if somebody says, I think Mitt Romney is going to win, but you don't think so, you can't say this. You must go to your disagree list, okay? But if somebody says, I don't think Mitt Romney is going to win, you can't use any of these either. You must use these. So, I don't think Mitt Romney is going to win. Me neither. I don't either. Neither do I. Okay, so very, very important. You're agreeing with a negative. But you are still agreeing. Okay, very important to remember that. You're not disagreeing here, you're agreeing with a negative statement. Now, if you do want to disagree with someone says, I think Mitt Romney is going to win, but you don't think so. You think Obama is going to win. You say the opposite. I think Obama will win, right? So the easiest way to disagree is just to say what you think. I think differently. I think something else from what you think, okay? Or, very simple, I don't, or I don't think so. Or, very simple, I disagree. That's the easiest way to disagree, is to say, I disagree. Makes sense, right? Now, this is not only for opinions. Somebody, well, it is kind of an opinion, but it's a little bit more of a judgment. Somebody says, I like apples. Do you say, I think so too? Of course not. You can only say, I do too, or repeat the entire statement. I like apples too. You can't use the so for like. I like bananas, so do I. I like strawberries, me too. I love to study English. I do too. Agree? What is agree? Can you agree with something someone likes? Not really. You can agree with an opinion. Okay, so keep that in mind. All of these you can use with any statement. Agree, usually with an opinion. Now, I don't like peanut butter. Some people don't like it. I don't like peanut butter. Me neither. Means I don't like peanut butter. You say I don't like pizza. I think you're strange. But you don't like pizza? Maybe I don't either. Or neither do I. Now, for those of you who are about to take TOEFL or IELTS, I'll give you another word. I'll put it here. Instead of using the word agree, you can say concur. It means you have the same opinion or the same conclusion. If you're not taking the TOEFL or the IELTS, don't worry about this word. You're not going to use it very often. Okay, and disagree, very straightforward. The easiest way to say you don't agree, I disagree. But somebody says, I like pizza. I don't like pizza. Easiest way, just say the opposite. Easy, okay? But the main thing I want everyone to take away from this lesson is these three, because this is where the most mistakes happen, okay? So be very careful about it. Positive statement, positive agreement. Negative statement, negative agreement. If you want to say the opposite, then you're a whole different list of words, okay? If you want to make sure you understand all this, go to ingvid.com.
Right. You have just listened to the instructors summarizing the grammar structure for today. The difference between agreement and disagreement. When do we use expressions? When do we use expressions to reflect our agreement with somebody's point of view, or when we in which situation do we use certain grammar structures to reflect or to represent our disagreement with someone's perspectives or point of view, or when we do not see eye to eye with somebody or express our different point of view, our very different point of view from him, a different opinion, different response. When we disagree means to express a different point of view or viewpoint. So now let's reflect. Now let's start by expressing the difference between so, neither, to, and either. Okay, all these words are used to express agreement. We use so plus affirmative auxiliary verb plus a subject, or a subject and affirmative auxiliary verb plus to. When we agree with an affirmative statement, but we don't want to repeat it. For example, I like football, so do I, or I do too. We use so do I, so plus affirmative auxiliary verb, so do I. I do too. We use verb plus to. In the first sentence, we use so plus affirmative auxiliary verb, so do I. In the second part, we use a verb plus to. I do too. I like football. So do I, or I do too. Now complete the sentence. I like fish. Now, excellent. Yes. So do I. It's your turn to say I like football. So do I. Or I do too. Right? Now, Ali plays football every weekend. So do I. I do too. Excellent. Now we use neither plus affirmative auxiliary verb plus subject, or a subject plus negative auxiliary verb plus either. When we agree with a negative statement, but we don't want to repeat. We don't want to repeat. For example, Ali cannot swim. Neither can I. So we use neither plus affirm. استخدمنا neither بعدها جملة مثبتة. Neither can, affirmative auxiliary verb. Okay? Or I cannot either. We use the verb plus either. A negative verb, a negative auxiliary plus either. Ali cannot swim. Neither can I. I cannot either. Ali cannot drive a car. Excellent. Neither can I. I cannot either. Now, read the dialogue again and circle the correct answer. To agree or disagree with the main verb, we use, yes, with the verb do in the appropriate form. Okay, to agree or disagree with an auxiliary verb, have, can, be, we repeat the verb, or we use the auxiliary verb. Definitely we use the auxiliary verb in the appropriate form. Now complete using so, neither, to, either, and an auxiliary verb. I'm going to Peru this summer. Yes? Excellent. So is Ammar. Number 2. I didn't know people in Japan bow to greet each others. I didn't know people in Japan bow to greet each others. I didn't either. My sister cannot speak English and Italian. Donna can too. Yes? And my little brother always hugs me when he sees me. Yes? So does mine. Kevin has never been abroad. Neither have I. Yes, now choose the correct answer and get the feedback from your teacher. Now, Sally likes fish. Yes, so do I. Sally doesn't like fish. Neither does Salim. My brother can speak English well. My brother can speak English well. Ali can too. Now, my students, I advise you to go to the word wall game and do that quiz on your own. By this, we come to the end of our video for today. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
مجمع الأندلس التعليمي، تعلم عصري ملهم بهوية وطنية وقيم إسلامية.